Hi guys, today I have another card process video. I had all my stamps colored and cut out, ready to go, so I wanted to position them, see where I wanted them on my card. This is the clearly besotted garden gnome stamp, and I just thought they were so cute. I just wanted to color them all up. I colored them, and I actually got a Brother Scan and Cut 2 this week, so I used that to cut all these images, and it is awesome not to have to sit down and fussy cut all these things. So that's what I did. I already had that prepped, and here I'm just seeing where I want to place my little gnomes and flowers and such. And you'll see at the end I ended up moving around some of those things, but it gave me an idea of what I wanted to do. And I wanted to ink up my background, so I used the Wild Honey Distress ink for the sky and also Worn lipstick. And I just used some cardstock to use as a bit of a mask so I wouldn't get distressing on the bottom. So there I just finished up the sky, and then I flipped that over and did the grass. And for the grass I used peeled paint distress ink for the lighter part. So I tried to make the top part lighter and then the bottom darker. So I just did the whole thing with peeled paint, and then I went in with forest moss, which is a bit darker. I really like this green color, but I try to go pretty light with it because it is a dark green. So I just use a little bit of that on the bottom, and there it is. That's my little scene. And then this watering can, for some reason the Scan and Cut didn't cut that part out, so I just got this little X-Acto knife that I have. It's by Fiskars, and it is awesome. You put it through your finger, and it's like very simple to use. So I just used that to cut the inside part out, and it worked great. So now that's ready, and I colored in all my images with Prismacolor pencils, with no Gamsol or anything, just the pencils. And I used my ATG gun to glue everything down. I generally like to use just my ATG gun because with liquid glue, I don't have as much leeway to like move things around or lift things up, and with the ATG tape I can, and I really like to do that so I can put stickers down, or if I change my mind I can lift it up. So I did that, and I glued all the little pieces down. So here's the little mushroom and the watering can, and I think for now I'll put some music on, and I will come back once I've got everything glued down because this will take a little bit. So I will be back once I got everything glued down in place. I see the blue from me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. They're really saying I love you. What a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying how do you do. They're really saying Now here I had started drawing a few little details, so I drew in a little pond for the little gnome that has a fishing rod, and now I'm just drawing little stepping stones up to the watering can house. So I just drew those in again just to add a little bit more details to the card. And I just did that with a pencil just in case I messed up, I could erase it. And then I added some stems to my flowers. Those didn't cut out on the Brother Scanning Cut either. It was too thin, and I put 0 border. That was fine. I just drew it in with a pencil, and then later I go over it with my Prismacolor pencils. And I think that's all I colored in. Yeah, so now I use my Prismacolor pencils, and I love how like pigmented the Prismacolor pencils are, because I could just color right on top of the distressings and you can't even tell that I did that. So I just used some of those and added some details to the pond, and I also add some details to the rocks. Now I'm just adding some stickers. Those flower stickers are from the Dollar Tree. I had just cut them out and then put some ATG tape. This was some leftover stickers from some trees, some vellum trees from a Sticko sticker pack. So I used them kind of like if they were bushes. So I put those back there, and then I finished drawing in the stems of these flowers, again with my Prismacolor pencils. And now I'm just adding some shadows underneath there, and I also added some shadows underneath the gnomes, but I'm not sure if that came out in the video. And here I got my Lawn Fawn stamp set. It is Critters in the Forest, and I'm stamping out a few more of those mushrooms because I thought they looked pretty similar to the clearly besotted ones, and they were smaller, so I thought they fit a little bit more in there. So I stamped those out with my Jenny Bolin ink. So that is some old ink, and it still works fine, so I still use it. So I just stamped that and then again colored it in with my Prismacolor pencils. And I thought that gave it a little bit more interest because I didn't want to go overboard and put way too much stuff because I didn't want it to look super busy. But I also didn't want it to look empty, if that makes sense. But I think I did pretty well with this because, again, I'm tempted to put like blink flowers and stickles. It's just my natural instinct to do. But I held off, and I'm really glad I did. Here I just drew the line for the fishing rod because, again, when I cut that out in my Brother's Scanning Cut, it didn't cut out that little line. So I just drew it in with a black flare pen. And then I have these little flower stickers, and it has little bugs, but it does have a white border. Those were from the Dollar Tree, like from the kids stickers, and I just went over it with my ink blending tool with the Forest Moss, which now that I look at it, I probably should have just done that before I put them on the card. I don't know why I insisted on doing it with them on the card, but I think it worked out just fine. If I were to do this again, I would definitely just do it before putting it on the card, but that's fine. I had already glued in the paper on the inside. That is some gnome paper, and it's from Pebbles. It's the Homegrown Life, and I thought it matched perfectly with this card. I took out a trusty old border punch that I have. It's from EK Success, so I decided to whip one of those out and use them because I probably have like a good 10 of them. So I used it, and again, this is a Mother's Day card. So I took out this stamp set. I don't remember what company this is by. Oh, I don't remember. If I can remember, I'll put it down below. But I just stamped it out again in that Jenny Bolin ink, and luckily it came out okay. Then I adhered it, and that is it for my card. So I hope you enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Bye.
I see them blue for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world.